The longevity market is currently flooded with high-dose capsules of NMN and NR, promising to replenish the body's aging energy stores daily. However, the biological journey from the digestive tract to the inside of a cell is governed by a complex set of gatekeepers that a simple pill cannot easily bypass. Tracing the path of these molecules reveals a massive bottleneck. If the cell membrane remains impermeable, up to 90% of the supplement dose drifts aimlessly through the bloodstream until the kidneys filter it out as waste. This massive loss suggests the body isn't suffering from a lack of raw ingredients, but from a total shutdown of its internal recycling hardware. Investing in expensive precursors is a dead end until the cellular machinery responsible for processing them is brought back online. To function, your cells require a constant supply of NAD+ to power the mitochondria and facilitate continuous DNA repair. Creating these molecules from scratch requires an enormous amount of metabolic energy, so the body relies on a more efficient circular loop called the NAD+ Salvage Pathway. The speed and success of this recycling loop are governed by a single enzyme, NAMPT. This is the master regulator that determines how much energy your cells can actually recover. In a healthy, optimized environment, NAMPT allows your cells to effortlessly recycle 95% of their used NAD+, maintaining peak energy levels around the clock. When NAMPT production drops, the recycling loop stalls. This forces the cell into an energy deficit that accelerates the aging process, regardless of how many raw materials you provide from the outside. Two primary factors contribute to this mechanical failure. The first is a steady, age-related increase in systemic, low-grade inflammation. This inflammatory state triggers a spike in a specific enzyme called CD38, which becomes increasingly prevalent as we get older. This chart visualizes the resulting crisis. As CD38 levels spike with age, they act as a metabolic sink, actively destroying NAD+ molecules before the cell can even use them. This causes the available energy supply to crash. Simultaneously, the underlying inflammation suppresses the NAMPT enzyme, locking the doors of the recycling factory and preventing the cell from recovering what it has lost. This creates a biological blockade. When the recycling engine is shattered and a vampire enzyme is draining the supply, simply adding more fuel cannot restore the system. Restoring cellular energy requires a direct intervention in the hardware itself. This is achieved through the salvage reset protocol. The first pillar is circadian timing. The NAMPT enzyme follows a strict daily rhythm controlled by light exposure. Sleeping in complete darkness and viewing bright sunlight in the early morning forces the body to naturally peak its enzyme production. The second pillar is thermal shock. Brief exposure to extreme temperatures, such as a cold plunge or a high-heat sauna, creates a temporary state of biological stress. This stress triggers a cellular rescue response. To survive the temperature shift, the body is forced to instantly upregulate NAMPT, jump-starting the recycling factory to meet the increased energy demand. The final step is neutralizing the CD38 enzyme to prevent the destruction of your existing energy reserves. This critical final step is achieved by consuming powerful, natural CD38 inhibitors like apigenin. This compound is found in high concentrations in common sources like dried parsley and chamomile tea, and it effectively blocks the enzyme from draining your NAD+ supply. By aligning your environment, stressing your system, and blocking destructive enzymes, you restore the native pathways that keep your cells powered without relying on external pills. Effective longevity begins with recognizing the limitations of supplements in a broken system and shifting resources towards cellular repair. Lowering the inflammatory load and reactivating the NAMPT pathway allows your body to perform the maintenance it was evolved to do. Biological mastery is a product of mechanical integrity. Fixing the cellular